Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, this picturesque setting, home to the Hokies, a team that prides itself on bringing the lunch pail to work every single week. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement, big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Tigers will kick this deep to get us going. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38.
Boy, what an accurate throw here by this Virginia Tech quarterback. And you and I, over the years, have seen a lot of great quarterback play when it comes to throwing the football. Michael Vick, of course, can make those throws. Tyrod Taylor, Brian Randall, Jim Druckenmiller. Boy, some great quarterback play and lofty standards to try to live up to.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
How about this run here by this Virginia Tech running back to be able to pick up this first down? And, man, they've had a lot of speed over the years in that backfield at Lane Stadium. Kevin Jones and David Wilson and Lee Suggs. And now we're seeing this young man today being able to run the football very similar fashion.
Breaks loose at the 40. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, the scouting report on this running back says that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
The Hokies line up on 1st and 10 now. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, they got exactly the right coverage early in this game that they were looking for. They found the matchup, and they hit a big one early.
The Hokies are in the red zone. He'll hand it off. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Try and muscle for the first down. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open score. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll test the right side here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch made on the left side. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? A pop pass on the jet sweep. He breaks free now, has room to run. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball in the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
First down here for this offense. They'll try the right here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Here's the 2nd down play. They're going to run it. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And there's the point after. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Handoff to the single back. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a great throw here by the quarterback from Virginia Tech to be able to pick up the first down. Was able to make the right read. Nice route by the receiver. Puts the ball right on the money, and they're able to move the sticks.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle made after just a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He's running out of time here. The freshman making an impact play there.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently, Myles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
So the special teams mistake moves the offense up 15 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Look at the protection there. Lots of time. Delivers over the middle now. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Ball handed off. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd down.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's escaping the pocket now. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Finds an open target on the left side. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. And the Hokies will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense, being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Aiming for the end zone. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Here we go. Third and goal coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Returner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Clemson offense is back out there. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down after the incompletion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down. The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
And the Tigers bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. With the return, it's Cooper. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Looking to throw it on first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on this. Short of the first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He missed it. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hokies will kick this away to get the second half going. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. He's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle, but first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Second down play coming up for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Can he take it all the way? At the 20. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Hokies. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick-6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now it's second down here. The back's got it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Tech offense is back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. From the shotgun, handoff inside, and tackled after a small pickup there. Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Okay, it's third down after that run. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's an out route. The catch made. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. There's the snap. And he's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, and he makes the catch out of the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. This offense cannot be stopped. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. The Tigers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Hokies. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
And they'll use the ground game here. They'll just get back to line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. Virginia Tech, 35. Clemson, 7.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Some hard running there through a tackle. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Using his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Second down play coming up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up the first down.
Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Hokies offense is back out on the field.